Sandringham Central Dental Care. Dr. Akbar and Dr. Frank will provide you with the best dental care in Auckland at very affordable prices. Sandringham Central Dental Care, 532 Sandringham Road, Sandringham. Phone 09 815 7205.
No matter how you relate to your car, it is important to care for it in specific ways that will maintain its reliability, preserve its drivability, and protect its retail value. Moon Motors and Tyre Centre, 81 Huia Street, Otahu, Auckland. Phone 09 270 3434.
Rog'er Calero, Socialist Workers Presidential candidate. Rog'er Calero, 38, is a writer for the socialist news weekly The Militant and an editor of its Spanish language section El Militant. Rog'er Calero, who visited AUT University in Auckland, says while it is falsely but widely assumed the Republican Party represents the interests of the capitalists and the Democratic Party the working class and minority groups, in reality both parties are exactly the same. Calero has been active for years in the fight for the legalisation of undocumented immigrants, mobilising along with hundreds of thousands of fellow workers on May Day in 2006 and 2007. Calero marched to demand immediate, unconditional permanent residency for all immigrants. He has taken part in many actions against police raids and deportations by immigration cops. He has supported strikes and organised battles in factories and workplaces by workers resisting the increasingly harsh conditions of life and labour being imposed by the bosses and their government. As a result, Calero has become known to workers on the front lines of struggle in many areas, from meat packers across the Midwest to day labourers in New York, cab drivers in Florida and coal miners in Utah. He was the Socialist Workers Party candidate for president in 2004. 2 years later, he led the SWP ticket in New York State, running for the US Senate. A member of the Socialist Workers Party National Committee, he lives in the Bronx of New York. In 2000, working as a meat packer in Iowa and then Minnesota, Calero was part of a groundbreaking union-organised drive at Dakota Premium Foods in South St. Paul, Minnesota. Through a 2-year battle that began with a sit-down strike and won broad solidarity in the labour movement and local community, workers there won recognition of the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 789 as their union. In recent months, Calero has extended support to the trade unionists at Dakota Premium in their fight against a company campaign to decertify the union. Born in Nicaragua, Calero has lived in the United States since 1985, when his family moved to Los Angeles. He joined the socialist movement there in 1993. In December 2002, Calero was arrested by federal immigration cops on his return from a militant reporting trip to Cuba and Mexico. He had attended a conference in Havana opposing the free trade area of the Americas, a pact aimed at extending U.S. imperialist domination, and a congress in Guadalajara of the Continental Organization of Latin American and Caribbean Students. The U.S. Immigration and Naturalization Service jailed Calero in Houston for 10 days and began deportation proceedings against him. Calero and his supporters fought back. They won broad support from defenders of immigrant and workers' rights, and with the backing of the Socialist Workers Party, prevented his deportation, successfully defending his right to live and work in the United States. That victory set an example of how working people can fight to win, inspiring others to resist and beat back government attempts to deport them. A supporter of the Cuban Revolution, Calero attended an international conference in Havana in April 2007 in solidarity with the Cuban Five, revolutionaries jailed in U.S. prisons on frame-up charges since 1998. The Five were working to protect fellow Cubans from right-wing groups that have launched violent attacks against Cuba with Washington's complicity. Over the past year in New York, he has helped build demonstrations for the freedom of the Five, against the police killing of Sean Bell, and for the immediate withdrawal of U.S. troops from Iraq and Afghanistan. Calero has recently reported for The Militant from Venezuela about struggles by workers and farmers for land, jobs and improved living conditions. In November of 2007, He participated in the 3rd Venezuela International Book Fair and the 2nd Cultural Festival in solidarity with the people of Africa, held in Caracas. There he joined discussions and helped to get revolutionary literature into the hands of working people fighting against the devastating consequences of capitalism and its economic crisis.
Sandringham Central Dental Care. Dr. Akbar and Dr. Frank will provide you with the best dental care in Auckland at very affordable prices. Sandringham Central Dental Care, 532 Sandringham Road, Sandringham. Phone 09 815 7205.
No matter how you relate to your car, it is important to care for its in-specific ways that will maintain its reliability, preserve its drivability, and protect its retail value. Moon Motors and Tyre Centre, 81 Huia Street, Otahu, Auckland. Phone 09 270 3434.